Tell me if you can relate to this. You're working with an API that is limited and frankly incomplete. And because of this, you're forced into using complex, unreliable workarounds. Doesn't exactly instill confidence, does it? Here at Chargent, our focus is payments. And confidence is critical in the payments world. That's why we built our new Chargent Rest API for Salesforce, to give you the tools to collect payments where and how it makes sense for your business. My name's Don, and I'm from Chargent. If you are a Salesforce admin, consultant, or IT professional who wants to know, can Chargent do that? Then you are in the right place. One thing Chargent can absolutely do is help you improve payment collections in Salesforce. Download the checklist linked in the description to learn how. So why is an API so important? Well, simply put, the answer is flexibility, connectivity, and scalability. Try saying that 3 times really fast. Let's talk about each of these points in detail as they relate to payments. Number 1, flexibility. Our API empowers developers to create powerful and versatile applications. You're not tied to the user interface that comes with the product. Instead, you can build an experience that fits your use case perfectly. And with our new REST API, you can plug Chargent's top-of-class payment features directly into what you've already built. Your staff and customers can collect payments faster, your business is more efficient, and your payment workflows are streamlined. Number 2, connectivity. Disparate services slow businesses down. Tab switching, object hopping, multitasking, whatever you want to call it, it's not sustainable as your business grows. Our new modern API enables seamless integration between different systems and services. If you and your staff are spending time logging into multiple services and applications throughout the day just to get your work done, then I'm willing to bet your business will benefit from this improved connectivity. Number 3, scalability. Speaking of growing businesses, scalability is a priority, and our new API is designed to handle that growing volume with efficiency. Our REST API leverages the minimum amount of data and load required to complete payment operations. Now, if you've ever had multiple batch runs, workflow rules, flows, and process builders triggering daily in your org, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Efficiency is key as your business grows and evolves, and our API is designed to be efficient. And while we're talking about efficiency, did you know that you can tackle your toughest payments challenges by automating your collections process? Download our guide to improving payment collections using the link in the description below. So we've talked about how our API bolsters flexibility, connectivity, and scalability, allowing you to achieve quicker, simpler integrations when plugging payments functionality into your processes and interfaces. And who doesn't want to improve processes and collect cash more quickly? You can reduce payment friction, all while keeping your Salesforce configuration lean and efficient. And don't forget to use our new API in your flows and your Apex as well. Take full advantage of it. Oh, and we didn't just build a new API. We've launched a new resource for you developers out there. Head over to developers.appfrontier.com and check out our REST API integration guide, as well as documents on Flow, Chargent Custom Checkout, multi-gateway tokenization, and our smart payment routing features. We'll put a link for you in the description. Here at Chargent, we are committed to the word yes. And by that, I mean, when you ask a question, can Chargent do this? We'll help you figure out a path to yes. Our new REST API is an important part of how we achieve that.
You should watch this video if you want to learn about the 7 different ways that you can write code to interact with Chargent. Our goal's always been that developers can create any custom payment process using Chargent. When we think about use cases, of course it could be e-commerce. Perhaps it's invoice presentment. It could even be peer-to-peer payments. Really, it can be any payment process that you can imagine. In this video, we're going to talk about the different tools the developers and technical architects have available to create these unique processes. My name is Micaiah, and I'm from Chargent. If you are a Salesforce developer or a technical architect, and you want to learn about creating custom payment solutions, then you are in the right place. And by the way, we've got another guide for you in the description of this video, and I'm going to tell you more about that here in just a minute. We're going to discuss 7 ways you can interact with Chargent using code. Number 1 on our list, that's our Apex API. The Chargent Apex API is used when you're working in Salesforce Apex code. We want to make sure that you can do the primary payment transaction types, including register token, authorized payment, capture payment, refund payment, and void transaction. Notably, the Apex API, this is our most popular way. This is the one most developers use to interact with Chargent. And one important thing that you should know is that you can also reduce your accounts receivables and your collections challenges in Salesforce using Chargent. Learn how you can save time and money by making your payments configurable and automated. Download the guide using the link in the description of this video. So number 2, that's our Flow API. Now, this is somewhat similar to our Apex API, but this is for those of us who are not full-on developers, and this is our low-code development option. In the Chargent Flow API, you get access to the primary payment transaction types, which we reviewed just a little bit earlier. You can take payment directly inside of Flow. You can also call our Take Payment component. The Flow API, it is great for creating new UIs without having to write any actual code. All right, option number 3, that's the Chargent RESTful API. Use this option when you want to connect non-Salesforce systems to payments, and when you want to come in from the outside. For instance, this could be your eCommerce website, where you want to connect to Chargent to take payment and store that customer data securely inside of Salesforce. This API has all the things we've mentioned before. Of course, the primary payment transaction types that we just talked about, and you can also create subscriptions. You can do a few other things pretty easily. Option number 4, that's our Headless API. We created this API specifically for our Salesforce ISV partners. Our Headless API supports tokenization and authorization transaction types. We wanted to give the ISVs the freedom to avoid using the Chargent data model if they didn't want to. And option number 5 is our brand new multi-gateway tokenization. Those familiar with Chargent, you might be saying, hey, Chargent's always been able to do multi-gateway, and that's very true, but this is a little bit different. In the past, we've had several customers who maybe even have like 200 different gateways, and that's all in a single Chargent order. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is actually tokenizing out to multiple gateways in a single call. So let's say that you're in the middle of migrating to a new gateway, and you want to ensure that the tokens you're getting today go to both your legacy gateway and your new gateway. We make that really simple using our multi-gateway tokenization feature. Number 6 is the Chargent Custom Checkout feature. This is a tool that enables JavaScript and front-end developers to make pixel-perfect pages using Node.js. Now, you can make precise pages that exactly match your brand, down to the pixel, and in a very short amount of time. Finally, number 7, this is our new Smart Payment Routing feature. Let's say that you're processing payments in Europe, but you're using a different gateway in the US. What if the customer puts in a European billing address in the middle of the payment form? Well, today, all you need to do is create a flow that tells you which one it needs to go to and makes that decision for you, and connect the Chargent Smart Payment Routing, and bingo, you're ready to go.
I know we're not supposed to play favorites, but I have to admit something. Throughout the year, our product team releases new versions of Chargent, each one delivering powerful features, integrations, and important updates to add value for our customers. But I do have a favorite. My name is Robert, and I am from Chargent. If you want to increase ROI in your Chargent and Salesforce investment, then you are in the right place. But first, discover how you can easily improve payment collections in Salesforce. Learn 10 ways by downloading the checklist that I have linked in the description of this video. As head of the support team, my favorite new features are the ones that let me say yes when a customer asks, can Chargent do that? I'm going to share some of the reasons that customers come to us and tell us about new features you want to start using now to accomplish your business goals. Pain point number 1, I need more control and customization around payment processes. If your team has ever asked about sending payment request emails from different process or page, they can now leverage our powerful payment request features to fit even more use cases and send payment requests from inside your Lightning Web Components, custom flows, and code. Or maybe you're already using Chargent Take Payments component to payment enable your Salesforce digital experiences, communities, and flows. You can now automate what comes next, beyond just payment confirmation, for more control over the payment experience, resulting in a better customer experience. And if these new features have you thinking, about opportunities to reduce your payment challenges, download our guide using 10 ways to improve your payment collections using the link in the description of this video. Pain point number 2. I want to give my customers the seamless payment experience they expect. We know that manually entering payment information is inefficient and error-prone and exposes you to PCI risk. And worse, it's not the experience that your customers want. You can now improve your customer experience and boost conversion rates along the way with new features from Chargent. Extend your brand identity every step of the payment process with Chargent Custom Checkout, which enables your developers to create a pixel-perfect checkout at pages. You can achieve higher approval rates with a wallet experience that your customers recognize from e-commerce. They can save their card, bank account number for future payments with Chargent payment methods. Which brings us to another challenge we often hear about. Pain point number 3. I'm concerned about compliance. Payment method relies on tokenized payment data, which lowers your overall PCI scope and reduces compliance costs. And pain point number 4. I need Chargent to fit my organization's specific use case. You need to take payments in a way that makes sense for your business. We're here to help you accomplish that, whether it's adding a new payment gateway integration or creating a no, low, pro code tools. We recently launched a new developer site designed to give you everything you need to tap into the full power of Chargent APIs. I'll put the link in the description, so make sure you check it out. And now, check out this next video, where we'll learn more about everything you can do with Chargent APIs. My name is Robert, and I am from Chargent, where we're dedicated to helping you make Salesforce payments simple. And remember, we're always here to help.